Hello everybody, it is KingCake57 or KC57 and welcome to another video. This one's going to be a short one today because I have been doing a lot of work in the past year in terms of Minecraft, like benchmarking and stuff like that. And if you guys remember, if you have been a viewer for a while, you'll remember about a year ago I made a Minecraft benchmark, which you can go check out up there, and you can still go download that one, but I have created actually a version 2, or at least I've upgraded the one that I had previously made, because there's been a lot of updates since then, especially Minecraft 1.13, which does a lot of changes to the way light and water interact with each other and the way water source blocks are created and stuff like that. So here is what I've done. Yeah, it's a lot more complex than my old benchmark, as you guys can see, if you guys do remember that. So I'm going to quickly run through how you use this thing and really just show you all the features. So let's get started. As you can see, it's basically a massive square in the desert. It's in an amplified world. That should hopefully create some RAM requirements in the start. And of course, we'll start in the, I guess we'll start on the edges. So we have this glowstone here, which shoots light through the stained glass and then through water, which creates a lot of block updates and how water and shaders have to interact with each other. We also have some beacons here, which have a lot of blocks on top of them. And these also have a whole bunch of torches. So we have 4 of those and 4 lines of glowstone going through this massive line of just stained glass. Right here we have a bunch of slime blocks, and on top of the glass we actually have a whole bunch of water sources that flow down into here. We also have some anvils here, which should hopefully, I don't know, do anything at all. I don't know. It looks cool. But we also have a bit of lava here, just for a bit more light updates, and as you can see, it's pretty loud, actually. We have some signs here. We actually have a lot of signs in this world. But moving on in, right here actually used to be a big just line of dispensers that would all fire at the same time. Now they all fire at different times. They're controlled by this hopper clock, and I know the lag is terrible, but you're going to have to bear with me here. These are toggleable, so you can turn this off if you really wanted to, and turn it back on like that. So yeah, they have some signs and some redstone in them just to hopefully create a bit more light updates. These guys are still here. These are just kind of circles of dispenser death. We have replaced the just random line of pistons that fire all out of sync with these guys. This is basically a Minecraft minecart wave machine. So this should hopefully definitely stress the physics engine of Minecraft, especially if that gets any updates anytime soon. This should definitely be useful. Moving on, inside we have a bunch of these hoppers which all run in a line, and they're all going in one direction, so they all have to check for blocks since there is nothing on top of them. That should again create some lag. We have a bunch of fences. Here we have our massive array of fire and lava, which should create a metric butt ton of particles, which will be incredibly demanding to render. Right here is actually where you stand. You'll stand and you'll look basically this way right here, and as you can see, yeah, it's pretty laggy right there. 12 FPS, 13 FPS, it's pretty bad. But if we move in, we have even more stuff. We have some redstone blocks with more signs. We have some ender chests on top of sand blocks. These, of course, ender chests do create particles, so that should help. And we have some blaze going around in minecarts. And this is one of the biggest upgrades from the last version 1 that I had, because the blaze would kind of go around in circles, and they would always kind of get stuck, which is not the point. They're supposed to be creating as much particles as they possibly can. And here, this is a lot more reliable, because they've also been all renamed so that they can't despawn if you walk away. And of course, we have some armor stands and some more dispensers where there is a thing underneath the ground, a clock, firing all of those. I think the final thing that I have to mention here is the fact that this is actually a massive tube of villagers with a bunch of item frames on it. That should again hopefully create some more lag. So yeah, that's basically it. If you want to, you have to stand right here, as I said before. But the final thing is actually back over here. I added a little time machine thing. This just adds 1,000 game ticks of time, and this should hopefully, this moves along the day incredibly fast. And if you want to get rid of that chat, of course you can turn off chat just to make sure you don't see that. And you would stand right about here, and this is the full Minecraft benchmark. It is incredibly demanding, as you can see. I mean, I run a Ryzen 5 1600X overclocked to 3.8 and RX 480, and it's struggling here. But we are not running Optifine because Optifine is not quite out for 1.13. So I'll definitely be doing an investigation into that soon, just to see how much better this world will perform, especially with Optifine installed. So if you guys want to go download this world, you can definitely go do that. I'll leave a link in the video description for you to do so. I will also leave a link for the version 1 of this. It's an incredibly simplified version. I'll keep that one around, and I'll keep the download up just because it's a lot easier, or at least it's good for me to keep old benchmarks around in case I have to benchmark some older hardware or older versions of Minecraft, where some of this stuff maybe doesn't work, but a lot of the stuff in that version and that benchmark does. And of course, it's a much less demanding benchmark, so it'll be a lot more comfortable to benchmark, let's say, a lower power computer at 30 FPS than use this benchmark and have to stare at it for 5 minutes going at like 2 FPS, which would probably make me throw up. So yeah, anyway, so that's all I have time for today. If you guys, again, want to go download this, you can go do that. But I want to thank you all very much for watching. That is the wrong button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.